Right. I wonder when that third Doctor and Sea Devil's going to arrive. Speaking of that, let's have a look on eBay. See if anything's popped up recently. What? There's nothing. Well, of course, it's been out of stock for years. Oh, good gracious me. What am I gonna do? Oh, I wonder who that could be. A parcel? Is that what I think it is? Hang on a minute. Die-cast car model? I didn't order that. Oh no. Hello everyone and welcome to a very exciting Doctor Who figure video. I hope you enjoyed that little skit at the start. So a couple of weeks ago it was my birthday and I bid on an auction on eBay, which is obviously this fantastic lovely figure pack, and there were quite a few bids, but I managed to win it for £50, which is not too bad considering how rare these are now. And honestly, I am so excited to get them out of the packaging. It's just so nostalgic to see that old classic box with the fiery style card inside, and we've got all the vibrant psychedelic colours. We've got the blue and the black. It just really brings back memories of when I used to see these in Forbidden Planet. Obviously I didn't get them because I was very small. This is such a magnificent set, and today we're going to be reviewing it. At the top we get the David Tennant Doctor Who logo, posable action figures, and then the 5+ logo. We have a very nice window displaying both of the figures themselves in all of their glory. We've got pictures of the Third Doctor and Sea Devil from the story, the Third Doctor and Sea Devil from the Sea Devils, Third Doctor 1970 to 1974, and finally at the bottom we've got the Underground Toys logo. And then on the back we get a brief synopsis about the Third Doctor and the Sea Devil, some legal stuff, and then all the classic Doctors listed at the bottom. So, without further ado, let's open this lovely set. Starting off with the Third Doctor, which is a masterpiece of a figure. I've got to say, this is my favourite variation of costume and my favourite John Pertwee figure out of my collection. So this is the costume he wore predominantly throughout Season 7 and parts of Season 8 without the cravat, and he also wore it in the Sea Devils. Now, taking a look at the face sculpt, very good likeness, they nailed it yet again. I believe this is one of the first John Pertwees they released in figure form. Obviously, what's really nice about this figure is that it has a grey wash applied over the white of the hair, and it really gives this fantastic effect as though his hair is slightly different shades of grey in different areas. So that is really good. Obviously, the face sculpt is very strong. So moving down to the costume itself, it's very iconic for the Third Doctor. Obviously, he's got the black coat, which I think is removable, but I'm not going to do that because it will hinder the articulation. I think it does make the joints a bit loose. We've also got the red lining, which is fantastic. It even goes underneath the coat itself, which is very similar to the Peter Capaldi costume. So he also has a blue velvet jacket underneath, which has different tones of black and blue, which creates this fantastic velvet look, and it is absolutely fantastic. And then we've also got the black cravat, which is a solid matte black colour, and then the frilly shirt, which is the same as usual. And then we also have the boots, which are a glossy black, and then the trousers, which are just a standard matte black. He also does come with the sonic screwdriver accessory, which is really fantastic. Comparing him to the Carnival of Monsters Third Doctor, which I've already got, there are a lot of noticeable differences, mostly in the costume. So obviously the trousers have a bit of a retool this time to be the boots. Obviously this is a repaint of the original. I have to say this one is definitely the better one out of the two, and it's more rarer as well. This one has more muted colours and it's more of a Count Dracula look, if you will. It's very dark, and I think it fits the Third Doctor a lot better. although he did have a very vibrant and colour side to him as well. As nice as this one is, I've got to say, I do prefer this one. I think it's just a lot more iconic for the Third Doctor. The articulation is standard for the Third Doctor. I'm not going to go through it because it's extra stiff. But if I just show you, I can't even stand him up for some reason. So obviously there's articulation at the head, that does move side to side. Also the arms move up, but it's slightly hindered by the coat, so I don't think you can do the full 360. There is also elbow articulation, there's wrist as well, and bicep. It's quite a lot, and there's also 360 at the waist. Absolutely love this one. It's definitely gonna look fantastic on my shelf. Like I say, this one is outstanding. Next we have the Sea Devil, which is yet another magnificent figure. Now comparing it to the original Wave 1 Sea Devil, there are a lot of changes and differences in the skin tone and also the body itself. So comparing the cloth material to the original, this one is a lot larger in scale, and this has more of a blue tint to it, which is much more screen accurate to the Sea Devil counterpart. And we also have the guns, which are slightly different. This one is more of a bronze goldish colour, and then this is more silver and darker. And then comparing the skin tones, obviously this one is a lot more darker in green. It's got sort of light green towards the fins at the back, but it is a very, very dark maroon colour. I believe when they were filming with these Sea Devils underwater, the paint did rub off and it sort of smudged because of it mixing with the water, so they had to repaint over it to make all of those cracks and smudges less noticeable. So I believe this is what they came up with. So this one has much more of a glossy tone, which is fantastic, and it really replicates the Sea Devils, and they've got draping water as they rise from the sea. It's really fantastic. I absolutely love this new Sea Devil, and to have two is like a little mini army. In terms of Sea Devils, some people think this is more accurate, which it is, but they are both different in their own ways. And to be honest, I think there are two different variations of Sea Devils, so which one is more accurate? I don't think there's an answer to that because they are two different costumes. So they're both accurate to their own one, and it's fantastic to add it to the collection. So, overall, what do I think of this set? Well, it's such a masterpiece. I know it's very rare to track down now because I believe back in the day it was a Forbidden Planet exclusive in 2009, which was 11 years ago now, which has just gone by so fast. If you ever come across one of these, if it's eBay or wherever, then try and track it down for a good, reasonable price. Now 50 is what I got it for, not too bad. I've seen some people sell it for like 80 and £100, which is just ludicrous. It's ridiculous, extortionate prices. But if it's anywhere between, I don't know, 20 and £50, then I'd say definitely get it. A brilliant Third Doctor, which is one of his most iconic costumes, then you get Sea Devil, which is such a great variation in costume, and it goes great with my other Sea Devil. So, I hope you have all enjoyed, subscribe, and I will see you guys in another video soon. Goodbye for now.